Hi everybody. Thought it was about time I did an update video on my cancer journey. Lots have been happening since my last video, so yeah, here we go. I'll start off with the fact that I had my latest scan on Wednesday, just gone, and saw the doctor a couple of hours afterwards for the results. I am still at watch and wait, which is driving me nutso. I'm at watch and wait. Some of the spots are bigger, not hugely, but some of the spots are bigger, and that's sort of where we are with that. It's a little bit tiring being at watch and wait. I should be very happy that it's sort of still stable, but the constant, like nearly every 6 weeks when I go for my scan, it plays with your head a little bit. Oh, what if this time is the one where it moves? But yeah, I should be happy, but it does play on your mind a little bit, and it's this limbo thing. It's just this like sort of in limbo, like nothing's. It's just crazy. It's a weird place for your head. Also, a couple of weeks ago, I ended up in hospital. A couple of weeks ago, yeah, something like that. Because I went to the doctor because near my surgery site, it was really painful. So I went to the doctor and it felt like a pulled muscle. I kept doing that all the time, feeling like I needed to stretch it out. And it hurt like all get out. So I went to the doctor. He straight away sent me up to the hospital. So I spent the day at the hospital. They did tests and all that sort of stuff. They did a scan there. They couldn't see anything. I was assuming that it was just a pulled muscle because of the amount of stress and anxiety. Oh, the anxiety. Don't get me started on the anxiety. Just don't get me started. I'll get to that in a minute. So with the stress and anxiety, and went up to the hospital. They couldn't find anything. With the results from this scan just gone on Wednesday, today's Friday, I'm filming this Friday morning, he did a close-up and showed me of my scan, and it looked what appeared to him to be just a really fine hairline fracture, and the like edge of your rib should be smooth, right? And where this crack was, there was a little sort of kink in the rib. So he thinks it probably might, and that's the rib that I had the radiation on, because that's where it was found, where the cancer is in my bone. So with the radiation, it's a bit brittle. He probably thinks that, yeah, it was a bit of a broken, fractured rib type sort of thing. I'm okay with it now. They gave me super duper drugs, endone, which seems to be standard for people with cancer related issues, pain. I don't particularly like endone. I think it's horrible stuff. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I don't like how it plays with your head, and a lot of people get addicted to it. Why you'd get want to be addicted to endone is beyond me, because I think it's horrible. Plus the fact that it constipates you, which is not good. So that's that. So I'm at watch and wait. I'm in limbo. Yeah, I should be happy. I am happy, but this constant, like, it'd be nice if they could say I'm in remission, but there's nothing like that where you can yay, just get on with it. But it's this constant watch and wait thing that just drives me nuts. It seems to affect everything that I do. because there's this what if next time, what if, but I should be happy. So I am happy, but it plays on your mind. The anxiety, the last video, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place at the moment. The last video that I did, I was having real trouble with disability support pension, trying to get it, and I think I said to you guys that they were expecting me to live on $35 a week. And oh, thank you. I should have opened up by saying thank you to everybody. That was really, really very, very nice and generous of you. Everybody that contributed to my PayPal, I really, really do appreciate it. You couldn't believe how much that helped me at the time. So thank you all very, very much. I don't know how, and I don't know if you can on PayPal. I don't know, because I'm not that literate with all modern communication, like all these modern device things. To actually say thank you to people when they do it, I don't know how, apart from me going and trying to find them and message them personally. So, but thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much. The $35 a week, seriously, I cannot explain how horrendous it was mentally trying to get that sorted, to the point where not sleeping, to the point where having night terrors. Awful, waking up and waking myself up screaming, scaring the dogs because I'm screaming, waking myself up. And the anxiety, like constantly on the phone trying to get things sorted. You got to do another form, you got to do another form, you got to do this, no, because you're living here, no, you're only going to get $35 a week, which they even admitted that was ridiculous to be able to live on. You can't. So my only choice was, a friend of mine very kindly said I could move in with him and change of address. I was to the point where I'd be going to Centrelink. I don't know what it's called in your neck of the woods. Centrelink, that's supposed to help people find jobs and pensions and God knows whatever else. To the point where I'm actually crying at Centrelink and crying on the phone to people, not on purpose, but that's just where they get you. I don't understand the logic, and I said it so many times to them on the phone, because I was on the phone so many times trying to sort it out. Why, when you have terminal written all over forms that you're applying to get the disability, and you've got terminal everywhere, why on earth do they have to make it so horrendously stressful? And as I said to them, I'm lucky that I am stable and I'm reasonably healthy at the moment. If the cancer had been coming on the way it was, and I had been having treatment and been crooked as a mongrel, how on earth, or anybody else out there, and there's far worse people out there that are trying to get payment to be able to exist, that are so crook that they make it so horrendous for people. And I had a few people reach out to me as well. Thank you very much. With some of your comments, some people in Facebook, different places, to explain their situation with trying to get something sorted as well, and far worse off than what I am as well. If there's terminal written all over your forms, and they know they've got all the letters from the doctor, and you are classed as terminal stage 4 cancer, why they know that? Why they have to make it so bad that you end up, and I ended up being such an an anxious mess. The anxiety involved to the point where it was debilitating afterwards, and not wanting to, people would call and didn't have the strength to be able to talk to them, and didn't have too scared to do anything, to go out and just do some gardening. I'd wake up in the morning with this knot in my stomach, just this dread going on because of the situation going on with Centrelink, to the point where it was so debilitating I couldn't do anything because I'd have to go and sit down. I couldn't sit down because then I'd be anxious because something was, I'm not doing anything, I need to do something. I'd get up and almost to the point where you're paralyzed and anybody that's suffered from anxiety, and thank you very much, Centrelink, it's all because of you. I suffered from anxiety from some work-related incidences in the past, but not nearly as bad as this horrendous ordeal that you have to go through with Centrelink. It's just ridiculous. Yes, there are people that brought the system. You know, I might break a toe or something and think that they need to get on to disability and all that sort of stuff. But when you're class terminal and you're going through your own stuff as it is, with your mortality and all that sort of stuff, and to have that added nonsense put on top of you, I was a mess, an absolute mess. Like I said, my brother tried for 3 months because it's been a while since I did the last update, I think. He tried for ages to call me, and I just didn't have the strength. I just couldn't talk. I just didn't want to talk to people. I'd go out and I'd feel like I have to sort of run to the safety of my house. I don't know why that's flashing, but it is. So I don't know why it's flashing. Is it supposed to flash? It didn't flash before. But like I said, the absolute horrendous anxiety, couldn't go out and do anything, couldn't focus on anything, couldn't do anything, to the point of going nutso, absolutely nuts. Are we all right now? I wonder why it flashed. So even going out driving, and my anxiety was showing itself, like going up any sort of steep winding roads or crossing over bridges, most ridiculous way of showing itself. I just couldn't do, to the point where I'd almost have a panic attack in the car and I think, oh my God, I can't do this. And nonsense, like not even that bad. Like, crossing over bridge isn't that bad. Anyway, got to a point. In the past, with my other anxiety, the work-related one, and the work-related one years back, was caused by, I was mentally quite fragile. I discovered my sister had terminal cancer as well. She was on the way out. I was sort of a bit emotional from that. Supporting people, because I worked in mental health, supporting people with mental health issues, to be able to live out in public. And I supported, and the department I worked in was ABI, and anybody that knows anything about acquired brain injury, they can be quite aggressive, some of them. It's just part of the condition. We got the worst of the worst. The organisation that I worked with got the ones that no one else wanted to deal with, because they were just horrendous, and they were horrendous. A couple of times towards the end, I thought I was going to be killed, but I was attacked by one person, and it wasn't even to do with work. I just happened to be at work. Some crazy drug affected guy spear tackled his woman that was walking out the street, spear tackled her into the gutter, and I just went outside and said, mate, you can't be doing that. I truly regret that. He was over in my face, like almost touching noses, and he was going off. I think he must have been affected by meth or something or other, the way he was acting. And I seriously thought, oh my God, I can't break eye contact with this guy, because if I do, because I couldn't see his hands, I couldn't see if he was reaching for anything in his pockets. I thought, oh my God, and if I did, it was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. Ended up losing my job because of it, because I just couldn't. I just never used to believe in PTSD until I was affected at work, and around the same time, trying to support a guy who was really aggressive, and the duplex that they were living in, another guy that was aggressive and affected. He'd get drunk, he'd spur the other guy on. I ended up having to stand in between them, which was stupid, to try and protect my client, while the other one's absolutely pissed as a tit, about to smash my head in with a metal crutch. Anyway, I ended up not able to keep my job because I just couldn't anymore. I could just see myself just sort of slowly petering out. PTS does exist. I was really affected for a long time, to the point where I could not drive properly anymore. Like even just normal little bridges, anywhere, just going over a curve where there might be a little bit of a hill going down. Anyway, I was affected. So anyway, I ended up going to a hypnotist. Anybody suffering anxiety, go and find yourself a decent hypnotist, because the first time I went and did it, I thought, this is rubbish. I'm just sitting here with my eye closed. I can hear everything you're saying, mate. But it was my last resort. I tried everything. And the only thing that the doctors will do for anxiety is usually put you on antidepressants, which is another can of worms. I don't even want to go there. So I'm listening to him like, oh, this is rubbish. Just go with it. You've paid your money. Just go with it. You're here now. Just go with it. So I did. And I thought, oh God, this is rubbish. All right, so, okay, right, I'll go and test it. So I went and tested a steep bit of a road that I knew I couldn't do, because I tried it and I just couldn't do it. I had to get out before I had an anxiety attack. I just couldn't do it. So, okay, I'll try it. Drove out there and I drove up, not a problem. So, and it did sort my anxiety out for a while. And with everything, that was early, I don't know, 2016 maybe, something. But for the last couple of years, my anxiety, because of everything going on with my health, is, and I've been trying to control it with what he sort of instilled in me, all that sort of stuff. So, because this time I couldn't control it, I didn't know how to get myself out of it. It was just this horrible, being in a bloody tumble dry, like, oh God, I don't know how to stop it. So I thought, oh, go back to the hypnotist, see how you go. So I did. It has sorted me out. Like, I'm able to sleep better. Don't have the anxiety as soon as I wake up, the knot in my stomach and all that sort of stuff. So anybody that has anxiety, go and do it. Like I said, if you can find a decent, a good hypnotist. I don't know if this one was good. It worked for me. I was thought it was rubbish. I always thought PTSD was rubbish until I experienced it. It's a shame I couldn't have sought a little bit more compensation from the company. at the time, because it really has affected my life on on top of the cancer. Anyway, with the cancer, that's where I'm at. I had to go and, yes, go and live, new address, at my friend's place. I think the lady that my final plea with the reviews lady, I think the fact that I was bawling my eyes out, which you don't like to admit too much, bawling my eyes out to her on the phone. She had a chance, because I called her, I spoke to her on the Friday afternoon. She must have had time to think about it on the weekend. I called her on the Monday morning to say, hey, look, if this is what I've got to do, I've moved out. That's it. I've moved out. Doesn't matter. It's completely screwed with my life, my stability, my peace of mind, where I thought I was somewhere where I could go through the process of the cancer, because it's going to happen. Like I said, there's a couple of bigger spots that are bigger. It's going to happen eventually, where I could just have my last days in peace. But no, they expect you to go out and find somewhere. Again, too bad if I was crook as a dog, to try and find somewhere to live, to uproot yourself and all that sort of stuff. It got sorted. Finally, in the end, it has been horrible. The mental anguish that I've had to go through since my last update, and like I said, this is an update to explain as honestly for myself what the process has been, and not just be all smiley and, oh yeah, I'm good, I'm fine, we're just cruising at the moment and all that sort of stuff. No, it's been hell. It's been horrendous, absolutely hell on earth. And I haven't. Some people have tried to reach out. I ended up shutting myself away. I'm trying now to make up for it and contact people and all that sort of stuff. But that's where I've been at. Plus my car, where the last update, where my car ended up costing me thousands of dollars. Car ended up costing me, what was it this time? It was a gearbox and transmission or something or other. Transmission? No, head gasket. Had to replace it, and more thousands of dollars. So, like I said, thank you very much, everybody. That very kindly supported me with your kind donations. I really appreciate it. I am now just trying to be good to myself. I was busy trying to do too much, trying to overcompensating, trying to be able to do too much. Now I feel selfish doing it, but I've got to just be there for me and not try and do everything, not try and please everybody so they don't get upset. Try and please myself and try and equalize my life, because it was just go, because I felt like I had to, because I felt like I couldn't just sit down because I'd feel guilty. So that's where I'm at. Trying to think of anything else that's happened in between there. My car got, it's still having problems. Barbara, I'm now just going easy with Barbara. Yes, she's finished, but now, so I don't have too much stress. So it's just a process to try and get Barbara registered. So I'll do it eventually. So that's where I'm at. I can't think of too much more right now. Yeah, so I'll just leave it here, I think. If I think of anything else, once I turn this off, and I probably will, maybe, I'll just add it onto the video. But in the meantime, thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. I haven't been out finding too many empty houses because of the other stuff, everything else that's been taking up my life at the moment. But I appreciate that you're there. I appreciate the people that are there away from my abandoned videos. I appreciate the people that are there for my cooking videos. Again, because there has been so much going on, yeah, just haven't felt like sort of, oh God, don't want to do a video, just sort of been trying to sort of just be, like I said, be good to myself. And I'll see you next time I see you. I don't know what that's at. I can't say. I think it's at 26 minutes. So I'll leave it here. Thank you very much, everybody. I will see you all next time. And yeah, maybe just a little bit more talking, maybe. There's been some events and stuff that I've really wanted to be talking about with certain things. Some personal that I've wanted to talk about, which I haven't, again, because I've been so caught up in my own sort of rubbish stuff that's been happening in the news and all that sort of stuff. I just felt like I wanted to talk about them. So I don't know, maybe I will. I don't know. It'd be nice. Maybe I'm just too boring. I feel like I'm boring because I'm just I'm an old man. I am. So, and not everybody wants to see old men on YouTube anymore. They all just want to see the young ones sort of out there doing crazy stuff. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I will get off. I will see you all next time, and thank you very much for watching. It's been fun. I'm sure there's something else there. There is. As soon as I turn this off, there'll be something else there. Bye.